Esther and Nathan.
Hi.
Here's a second edition of our cooking videos. This is a special request for vegetarian meal options. So Nathan's going to be doing a great vegetable lasagna.
Yeah, so we got a couple of bits of feedback from our last video. Thank you for everyone who did. So we're going to do a vegetarian dish tonight, or just a vegetarian lasagna. And I'm going to try and swear less. So, hi Mum. So, let's get started. Washing your hands again. Good 20 seconds of lather. Singing a song or reciting the I will not be lectured on misogyny speech, or whatever you'd like, as long as it takes about 20 seconds. And get your hands all nice and clean. Good rinse. Soap. Really good at killing viruses and bacteria and all that kind of stuff. Actually better than sanitizer. Alright, first things first, I'm going to put a cup of tea on for Esther.
The important things out of the way.
Yeah, happy wife, happy life. So we'll get this on first.
Hard work, you know.
Yeah, well,
camera.
So there's three main elements of our lasagna. There's the tomato-based sauce, which traditionally you do with a meat, so a ragu sort of, or a mince-based tomato sauce. Then you have your white sauce, your cheese sauce, bechamel. Anyway, I pronounce it much better than I do. And your lasagna sheets. Now, I was a little concerned because it's really hard to get lasagna sheets at the moment at the supermarkets. So I dug around the pantry and I found some.
We have a lot of lasagna sheets in the pantry when we did clean out our pantry.
So we're using them tonight, but what you can make your own pasta. Really simple to make pasta, especially lasagna sheets. It's just normal flour. I mean, you can get sexy Italian type O flour, whatever. Eggs, and just a touch of olive oil. Mix it all up into a nice dough. Roll out the sheets. Give them a quick boil, and you're done. But we're not going to do that tonight, so I'll put the eggs aside. I was a little bit concerned I was going to have to make my own, but that's all right. So we're going to get started on the tomato-based sauce.
So I'll show you what we've got. Do you want to take us through?
Yeah, we'll go through what we're going to be using in our tomato-based sauce. So it starts off with that flavour base I talked about last time, the onion, carrots, celery, garlic flavour base. We're not going to be using carrots because Esther, with
you can,
the keto.
I can't have it anyway.
Well, so I was going to make a veggie bake to one side with stuff that Esther
So he looks
have.
after me.
Yeah. So, if Esther wants to sort of pan down to have a look at what we've got here. So, we're going to be using onions and celery, garlic. You can use fresh garlic.
Oh, there's a fresh garlic.
There.
There you go.
As your flavour base. And then
So fresh.
some mince, beef mince or slow cooked beef. That we're going to be using lentils for our tomato sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And for the tomatoes, you can use tomatoes, tin tomatoes. Almost lost it.
Avalanche! There he is. Tin down. Oh, it's all going to pot now.
Fresh tomatoes, tomato paste. We're going to cheat and use a pre-made pasta sauce.
Very quickly.
Oh
my gosh, he's using my wine.
Again, if we're going beef, we'd use some anchovies or fish sauce or Worcestershire sauce.
Sacrifices are being made.
Yeah, so you could amp it up with some chili seed or some Tabasco sauce and chili sauce. A bit of chipotle, love chipotle. Won't be because Esther and Ben, or a little bit of green chili sauce.
Then later.
Yeah, so we won't be doing them tonight. So tonight we're going to start off with our onions and garlic, celery and garlic again. So I think the official term is it's a sofrito, but I could be wrong. I'm quite often wrong. That's our flavour base, which we'll cook up in just a little bit of olive oil, get that nice and clear. Caramelise it up just a little bit. And then we will put our tomato in. You can put a little bit of red wine in if you'd like. Completely unnecessary, but
Tasty.
it's very tasty. A bit of salt and pepper and some herbs. We'll go through that in a minute. So I'm just coarsely chopping my onion, some celery. Just give this a quick rinse. Again, apologies to anyone with any real actual knife skills. I don't claim to be a chef or a cook even, I just managed to feed the family for 30 odd years without killing any of them, so it's my only qualification.
Cast iron stomachs.
Building up immunity.
Doing our bit. So can you tell us about your lovely little arrangement with your beard?
Oh, I'm trying to be a little bit more food safe with my beard tonight.
Can't find beard snoods anywhere.
No. And I'm also wearing safety socks, everyone. So
yep, make sure you
wear safety shoes
at least he's not barefoot
in your kitchen. So let's get this on.
Would you like me to follow you over there?
Yeah, follow me over
Why
here.
not?
So I've got a few different pans lined up. That's going to be for my cheese sauce.
Apparently not that one.
This one's going to be for my tomato sauce.
Yep, and this one
is for our veggies later.
Okay, so I've got the right one now. Oh no, that one's the right one now.
Yeah, a little bit of olive oil.
Oh, hard to keep up, I tell you.
All right, stay there.
Not moving much.
All right. Getting about the boring bits. So our onion, celery. Now hopefully tonight's cook up won't be quite the hour-long video our last one was. Just never know.
The night is yet young.
Might edit it a bit better this time. So a little bit of garlic. So make sure all these get cooked nicely. Not a fan of raw garlic. Now at this stage you can put in some chopped parsley stem. It's quite a nice flavour, but we'll save the leaves for later on.
And parsley's quite easy to grow in the garden.
Yeah.
Pretty much throw out seed and stand back. So,
and as I was saying last time, it is the best herb to grow. It's so versatile. I use it in just about everything.
Yeah, if anybody's chasing after any parsley seeds, give us a hoy. We might be able to send you some.
All right, so let's Give this a stir. I want to edit out the boring bit.
We all love second hand.
Alright, while that's cooking, yes, it's cooking.
Not much movement in there.
We're going to start preparing the rest of our veggies.
Okay. Veggie preparing happens now.
So, the veggies for tonight's vegetarian lasagna. I'm going to have some eggplant.
Star of the show.
The star of the show. Love eggplant. So that peppery, yummy flavour.
Sometimes it can get a bit bitter. What do you reckon that's caused by?
Can be because it's overcooked. Can be because the way it's cooked. A little bit of salt helps.
I've got this absolutely massively uber big bowl here.
Which we don't normally use for much, except tonight it's going to be very helpful.
Or a family salad.
Yes.
And we have everyone around, but that's not going to happen for a while.
So, really important, salt. Salt your eggplant. That helps with the bitterness.
Nothing worse than being bitter.
Bitter and twisted. Yeah, I'm not normally a big seasoner, but this is definitely one veggie you have to. Now, also going to be doing some zucchini. I thought I had more zucchini in my fridge, but I don't.
We've got one out the back.
Oh, we might have to do a quick edit, run out, grab it, and come
Well,
back
I
in.
can go and get it.
Go out and get it,
I'll go and get it. So, sorry, you're going to go for a walk with me, guys. This is my home office. And back now is a bit, we're fixing up some bikes. So a little bit messy out here with the whole bike fixing. Okay, we've had a little bit of a clean up since last time you guys are out here. There's still some weeds, but we're not going to see if... Oh, here we go. These are Tromboncino. So it's a very odd shape. Yes, it is an odd shape. We're not going to dispute that. I'm trying to do it. Take it off one-handed without killing the whole plant is a bit of a... There we go. Yes, no matter which way you hold it, it's weird. Okay, so it's a type of zucchini. Not sold in shops, I don't know why. But it's a Diggers. We got this one from Diggers. This seed produces quite well. So I'll hand this in to Nathan. He can give it a good old wash.
Oh, he's impressive. Keeping clean, I'm
Yes, I was commenting on its very odd shape. Don't know why they don't sell it in shops.
Now, while you guys were playing outside, I took the opportunity to peel some sweet potato.
Did you do stuff without us?
Yep, I'm going to peel some.
See what happens
pumpkin.
when you leave him.
You can
Off he goes.
leave the skin on your sweet potato or your pumpkin if you'd like. If I was roasting it, I most probably would have, but because we're having it inside the lasagna, I don't think the skin would be a nice addition to this dish. Quite often you can. So I'm leaving the skin on the zucchini, I'm leaving the skin on the eggplant. So now the reason why I'm cutting like this is to try and maximise surface area.
Though impressive in size, its girth isn't huge, so this kind of maximises the surface area here.
And all zucchinis are wonderful to grow and pretty easy to grow. And, you know, you plant one and you're eating zucchini for...
Well, this is quite impressed with this one. It's quite late in the season and it's still producing, so little Tromboncino zucchini, give it a go.
Give it a go. Alright, so...
More cutting over here.
Now...
Sweet potato.
And sweet potato and pumpkin. Now we're going to have to be careful where we
Sorry, this is pumpkin.
do this because Esther can't eat these on the keto diet. So we'll have them in the lasagna, but we won't have them in the veggie bake. Same with the sweet potato or kumara or yams. Or
That cooking's smelling quite good.
it is, isn't it? Keeping a nose on it to make sure it doesn't catch. Gave it a quick stir before. I'll give it another quick stir in a second.
Looking very colourful. There he is, going over for the quick old stir.
Alright.
Nathan does like a quick old stir.
We've been accused of many things.
Stirring is but one.
We're going to put some fennel in ours tonight.
Ah, fennel.
Love fennel.
Very underutilised vegetable.
It is.
For those who aren't vegetarians, great with pork.
Now, you can cut that stem part out. Though tonight, because we'll be cooking this in several steps, it's going to get cooked quite nicely, so it'll still be nice and tender by the time.
Can get a bit tough if you don't.
And these guys here can get a bit tough. These are actually fairly tender and a lot of flavour, so worth throwing in.
It's an aniseed taste, so if you're not an aniseed fan, you might like it, but it does tend to die down once you cook it.
It just has a really nice caramelly, aniseedy, oniony flavour.
And the fennel leaves that we threw out because we're not using this time, you can also use them in a salad if you are aniseed fans. I'll go over. Do you want me to go in?
No, don't stay there. That's all good.
I'm going to have a look at what's going on in there.
What's happening over there?
Sorry about my fingers, guys. Just.
And I've got a nice, large, fairly overripe tomato here that needs to be used. So we'll double up our tomato. So I'm just putting these in the big pan because the next step, a quick marinade.
Now, are you pre-cooking these ones?
Yes, I am. So that's why plenty of olive oil.
Good old olive oil.
Love my olive oil.
So what's the difference between olive oils and cold pressed and all that crap?
Okay. Yes, very involved. Olive oils are just pressed olives. And what happens is you have different grades of oil come out depending on what type of olives you use. The cold pressed is a style of pressing. Cold, not heated, obviously. And that heating can sometimes muck up the flavours or change the flavours. So that's why people tend to prefer the cold pressed oils. The thing is you don't get as much oil out, so you lose your yield, which is why they hot press. I use an extra virgin oil in this recipe because it gives flavour. It has that more olivey flavour. Though it has a low smoking point, which means that it will burn at a lower temperature than a high smoke point oil. You can get high smoke point olive oils, they tend to have less flavour. Olive oils are really good for you. Lots of antioxidants.
We have a lot of olive groves around us, don't we?
Bellarine Peninsula has got a lot. It's really top-notch olive groves down there. Cobram olive oils is processed just around the corner here, halfway between Lara and Corio. I cheap out and get the no-name brand Australian olive oil. So that's what we can afford. It's a good flavour. But end of the day, you know, veggie oil will do. Sunflower oil, mixed veggie oil, that'll do. It doesn't really matter. Alright, we just mixing up our veggies, so just making sure that everything gets a bit of oil. And then we're going to come over here.
Well, that's what I'm allowed to do the cooking now. Yes? Yes, I am. Here we go.
Alright, so
you can see this has gone clear.
It's starting to go nice and clear. I'll let that go just a little bit browner before we do the next step with that. This pan just starting to get a bit hot. This is a nice griddle.
Don't use your hand to check it though.
Yes, that would be really silly. And what we're going to do once it's nice and hot, now eggplant, just a word of warning, soaks up oil like a sponge.
Soaks up everything like a sponge. It's one of its good things is that it does absorb flavours really, really well.
So we're just going to quickly grill our veggies.
So why would you?
We're a bit of a pre-cook, so that when they're sitting there in the lasagna later on, they're actually not having to cook. They've already cooked.
Now I've seen you do this roasting before too.
Yeah, you can do it with roasting. It takes a little bit longer for each veggie, but because you can just throw whole pans into the oven, it's a lot quicker overall. But tonight we're going to grill. That gives us the nice line, the grill lines, which will look pretty and taste nice too. They again.
So you don't need the grill lines in it. You can just use a plain pan. It doesn't need to be cast iron. Anything will do.
Yeah, no, we're not fussy. We're going to make some noise. Just close your ears. Alright.
So he's just transferring those veggies if they fit.
Yeah, a bit of poor planning on my behalf. I need a pan to put the cook stuff in.
Oh, method to his madness.
Madness is my method. There we go. A little bit of colour. And as the pan heats up.
Taste charcoal?
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to grill all these. Actually, what we might do, this is all ready now for the next step. If I was going to do a mince sauce, I would put my beef mince in now, or pork and veal mix, or pork mince in now. Since we're going vegetarian, I'm going to go straight to the tomato step. Again, tin tomatoes are fine. Tomato paste, fresh tomatoes, your homemade passata that Auntie makes every year, whatever you can get your hands on. Oh, manly me. We're having a
Nothing quite says manly like opening a jar.
tomato and garlic bolognese sauce tonight.
40 cuisine.
40 cuisine.
Look, can't see anything. There's a big bowl in the way.
Oh, just putting a little bit of extra water in the jar to get all the tomato out.
Whack it in.
Whack it in.
These veggies going. Yeah. You good?
Good.
Send it over to the chef.
Nice a chef. Again, it's just about getting a bit of colour on your veggies, not being too precise at this stage.
Oh yeah, so this is what these are cooked ones. So you know, just a little bit of colour, a little bit of flavour.
We might come back to you once we've done all that. We'll just give this a quick stir. Mix in our sofrito with our flavour base with our tomato. Bring that up to a low simmer. Tonight I'm going to be adding some lentils.
Not carb free, just saying.
Oh. Alright, I'll be doing 2 separate sauces.
I think we just stay away from carb free tonight. Anyhow, we've got things going off everywhere, so we're going to have a bit of a break while Nathan does all this.
Into my tomato sauce now.
Go over there.
Yeah, come over and have a look. And just normal lentils straight out of the tin. Give them a rinse first, I just throw them in. Alright, and yeah, when that cooks down, that'll go like, just like meat in its texture. It's really nice and adds a lot of protein to a vegetarian dish. Really nice flavour, it doesn't hit you over the head. It just cooks down really beautifully, but it needs to cook for a little while. So we'll leave that go and we'll continue doing our veggies, and I'll get back to you when they're all done.
So we're slowly getting there with our veggies. Very hard to see there. Deciding not to focus, having a hard time focusing on those. So, my director's chair has been taken up by one Howie. Hi Howie. Hey kitty. This is Tom's cat. I'm not cooking, so I can pat cat. But apparently I'm not allowed to use that chair. Howie has claimed it. Still cooking away.
Still cooking away, so yeah, this will take a little while.
So we'll take a break.
Take a break.
See you later.
So yeah. Alright, and in my tomato sauce I've also put in some rosemary, bay leaf, some sage, and some thyme.
I'm a bit lazy with chopping up.
No, they're really nice because I'll take them out, the sticks out, before I actually use the sauce. And they'll just add some really nice flavour through to it all.
Sometimes he does it and it's a surprise.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like the plum pudding, the thingy in the plum pudding.
Yeah, except it's a stick that had rosemary on it. So we'll let that bubble away for a little bit more and keep on frying our veggies.
More frying. And Howie's still in the director's chair.
Alright, welcome back, and now just finishing up my grilling of the veggies. Now I've got to mention I've got some mushrooms there that are going to go in as well.
Smushy.
Nice and smushy. You can also do capsicums, beautiful, chilies, smoked chilies, a beautiful flavour. Again, just doing it for my family, so we're not. Now, the kitchen's a little bit smoky at this stage. So what we're going to do now, that all our veggies are nice and grilled. Now that on a barbecue would have taken about 5 minutes, but anyway.
We could have barbecued.
Could have, but we didn't. So what we're going to do now is just give this sauce a bit of a stir, see how the lentils are starting to absorb all that flavour and juice, and they're all nice and soft, so they're just about done. We're going to make, in this pan, we're going to make our white sauce, our cheese sauce.
So it doesn't have to be an enamel pan, it can just be a saucepan?
Yeah, any saucepan will do. I like this pan. Now, this is a vegetarian dish tonight. You can do it vegan, but obviously you wouldn't use butter, you wouldn't use milk, you wouldn't use cheese. What you can do is use vegan alternatives to make your white sauce. Some margarine, and some nut milk or soy milk, and then use vegan cheese, which is really yummy.
We'll have to do we have done a very nice vegan cashew cheese. Very, very tasty. And
melts beautifully and would work really well in a dish like this. So we're just melting some butter. We're going to make a roux. So just stay there. Just grabbing some flour.
Oh, that's our we can tell you it's done alarm. So as Nathan was saying, our kitchen's very smoky. Fairly soon, we normally have a progression of boys come out with tea towels, but they seem to be stuck on the PlayStation. So we're just going to hold off for a second while we, oh no, here we go. No, yes, we're going to hold off while we silence the alarms, so we don't alarm our neighbours.
Alright, welcome back after that little bit of excitement there with the smoke alarms.
In the danger zone.
The danger zone, the zone of danger. So our butter's melted, so that's good. So we're going to put an amount of flour in.
So it's amazing what a good alarm will do.
Yeah! No.
Melts your butter that much quicker.
So what we're doing here is we're making a nice roux to thicken our white sauce. There's other ways of making cheesy white sauces, but it's the way we're doing it. So we're just putting our melted butter and flour together, and we're going to let that just heat through a little bit and cook just a little bit. You know, just start to smell like cookies or biscuits. Just
A little bit disappointing.
A little bit disappointing. No, it smells. You can just start to smell the flour start to toast. So we'll let that go for a sec, and I'm going to add some herbs to my sauce. So I've just got some basil and the rest of the parsley from the garden that I used the stems before.
As I said, danger zone.
The zone of danger.
Because that's Tabasco sauce.
Bit of Tabasco sauce on the floor.
That's always good fun. And now he's going to wash his hands.
Now I'm going to wash my hands again.
Because he's a hand washer.
Oh yeah.
So they're nice herbs. Very lovely.
We'll edit this out.
No, this is fun. These are our lovely sad tomatoes, or the last of our tomatoes.
Alright, back again.
There we go.
Alright, roughly
Man
chopped.
with clean hands.
Remember what I said about soft herbs? They go in at the end. So this sauce is just about ready. So we pop those soft herbs in just at the end, and oh, that smells so good. Alright. Turn that off now. Just let the heat in the sauce in the pan finish that process in there. And then our roux has toasted a little bit and starting to smell
A little bit bubbly.
a little bit bubbly and smelling a little bit like biscuits. Perhaps this is a slightly drier roux than I'd normally do, but that's alright. Now, I'm going to add in some milk. An amount. A bit more. Litre and a half. Litre of milk. I'm also going to put in a little bit of cream. Just to make it a bit richer.
Not low fat.
Definitely not low fat.
Milk with cream.
I could have used, but we didn't. Then you just stir this through. The butter and flour roux will disperse through that.
It's really important to do this one on low heat.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you end up with it getting too hot, it'll go
Really lumpy, really quickly.
So the idea is to keep it cool while you're dispersing that roux through the mix.
Breaking up into little lumps, they'll turn into lumps in your finished sauce. Trying not to spill it over the edge.
It's alright, we need some more smoke.
How the neighbours know we're cooking. Just about mixed through, but I lie like a dog. Now, while all this has been happening, I've got the oven preheating at about 180 degrees, so a fairly moderately warm oven. I'm just going to cool it down just a little bit to maybe about 160, 170.
As you might remember from our last video, there are no marks on our oven, so it's a rough guesstimate.
Yes. So we want a fairly warm oven. It doesn't have to be too hot. Because we want everything to sort of cook together, and we want our pasta to absorb all the moisture and flavour and let it cook, let all our veggies and sauces all mix together, so that our final lasagna, it's just making this beautiful mixture of flavours rather than, you know, hitting you with everything very separately. So here we go, our white sauces. Now lump free. Use a wooden spoon if you want, or I use a whisk. It sort of breaks up the lumps quicker. Just be aware that you do it over low heat, and then turn her up at this stage. So you want to bring that to a boil, and then just leave it just simmering, just under a boil while it goes nice and thick, and then we take it off the heat. And we add cheese. So, for a lot of people, their favourite step. So we're just bringing this up. It's just going to take a little while to heat up, so we might do a quick edit. Alright, our white sauce is just starting to thicken now. So it's just coming to the boil. See the bubbles starting to happen. So we'll turn the heat down. We'll turn it right down and off now. So just want that just to bubble just a little bit. It's all nice and thick. And we'll add some cheese. So we're adding some mozzarella, which is a nice melty cheese. Not a strong flavour. Really nice texture. So again, this is a step we do off the heat. And I might swap weapons, because cheese is really hard to wash up. Okay, to a wooden spoon now. Just want to add 200-300 grams of mozzarella. Whatever you got.
Mozzarella's nice and
forgiving. You can use just normal shredded cheese. It's just a tasty, Australian tasty. That would work okay. Just need to be a little bit more careful with that, because it may separate your sauce out if you cook it too much, which is why you don't do this step. I'm going to use the tasty on top of the finished lasagna
because it's tasty.
Because it's tasty and toasts up beautifully. But I'm also going to put in a hard cheese, grate some like a Parmesan. I'm using Grana Padano, which is just a really tasty hard cheese that you just grate a little bit on top at the very end. Just gives that extra kick of flavour. So this is our cheese sauce as doing cheese sauce thing. So it's time to assemble a lasagna. Esther, you want to get over back to your director's stool?
Oh, Cat's been evicted.
Cat has been evicted.
He was quite highly offended by the alarms. So this is what our sauce looks like. And that's our cheese sauce. And these are our veggies.
And it's assembly time.
It's layers, like an onion.
Like an onion. So, much argument over which layer first in order. I like a little bit of tomato on the base.
I like pasta.
Not a lot on the base. Let's see what the lentils have done. They've swollen up beautifully. And when I say a little bit, we just want the tiniest, thinnest layer to just a little bit of moisture therefore, so our lasagna sheets don't stick to the bottom. So,
You don't have to pre-cook these?
no, these are pre-cooked ones.
So what if you didn't have pre-cooked ones?
You need to boil these first and then put them in. So, oh look, that doesn't quite fit.
favourite part.
Snappity snap. Make it fit. Make it fit.
Tetris.
Yeah. Bang. Layer 1. Now, again, much argument over what layers to add when. We're going to put in some
Veggies first.
No,
Come on.
No, I reckon at this stage it's important to get a bit of moisture into our lasagna sheets, because remember they're going to absorb moisture in, and it's part of their cooking, so they need some of the cheese sauce. Yeah, thanks for edging that over for me. Yes, it's stringy cheese all over my bench. Again, not huge thick layers, because we're going to do multiple layers. If you put far too much on in each layer, what happens is you get less layers. Alright, now I'm putting some veggies in. So, mushroom, some of our funny mushinos.
It's a bit sweeter than the zucchini, I find, just a tiny bit.
Mushroom there, some zucchini, some tomato. Trying to mix it up. Oh, I haven't got any eggplant in this. Eggplant is king. And it's a bit weird. It's how much it really adds to this this dish.
I'm surprised we didn't have more eggplant.
We got the one big one. They're a little bit pricey at the moment, so.
Oh, it was good days. About a month ago, really, I suppose, and we had some absolute pearls from the farm next door.
Yeah, and this is, as I was saying, it's what veggies you have available that grill up. You know, it's a bit of onion going nicely, all these different things. So these are just veggies I had. Always what's in season is best. Keeping an eye out for our.
Told you, let's just good watching.
Oh, it smells great. Nothing at all to do with the fact that I may have snuck a little bit of red wine into it as well.
Still in my red wine again.
This way this time. Yeah. That's a bit easy. No snapping.
It's like it's made for it.
Astounding. Cheese. A bit more generous with the cheese this time. Down, fills up the edges. Make sure we leave some to the top. So we'll do this, we'll do another layer, and then so more veggies. Now, what I'm also trying to do is vaguely remember what's underneath and where, so I'm not giving someone just a slice of one particular veggie. Try and change it up a bit. I mean, if you're being really clever, you might just do like a layer of mushroom and zucchini, and then the next layer is the tomato and the orange veggies. It's up to you.
Take a photo.
Take a photo.
There's two zucchinis there, eggplants there.
Or if you're English, which is hilarious, they use French words, courgettes and aubergines. But
Yep, that's exactly where it was underneath.
well.
See, she's very much do as I say.
Not as I do. Alright. More tomato. So you got that one. served. Trying to be careful of my non-stick layer there. We only use wooden and plastic utensils on non-stick, don't we? Yes.
I don't even know where that pan came from, because I'm not a fan of non-stick pan. I thought you were going to leave that in there for a surprise.
Let's go back to this way. That seems to be the one that works. With that being said,
Whole ones even. Usually when they're knocking around in the back of the cupboard, you'd get splinters.
Random broken bits. Oh,
All there. Everyone likes a bit of lasagna.
Alright, beautiful. So,
put that in there for a second.
a little bit more cheese sauce, saving a little bit for the very end. Just like a double layer of cheese at the end here. A little bit for the pasta sheets. Veggies on, because we've got lots of veggies. You can always keep them aside for
People who can't have pasta.
people who can't have pasta. I wonder who Esther's talking about.
No idea at all.
No idea at all. There's plenty of veggies there left for her.
Yeah. You need to select the ones that are. Looks like it's going to be a fairly orangey layer.
It is, because Esther can't eat orangey veggies because they are sweet potato and pumpkin,
Oops.
which are verboten.
So this is going to be my dinner.
Yeah. Do that separately. Alright, so this is going to be an orangey layer, this one.
More orange. More helper.
Alright, so we'll save that cheese sauce for Esther. We're just going to cover this in cheese now.
It's okay, we can do more cheese sauce.
Oh, I suppose we can make more cheese sauce. Never have too much cheese. Unless you're my daughter, who's lactose intolerant.
But that's a whole other story. Who, well, even though being lactose intolerant,
Loves cheese. The moral of that story is, watch what you're eating from the street vendors in Thailand. Alright.
I'm going to put these.
Oh yeah.
Right out, that's what I'm here for. Keep them on the straight and narrow.
Cheese.
Great.
Finally great.
Yeah, put that on last.
Oh, I'm not going to put the white sauce. into the oven.
Bum, bum. How long do we whack that in for?
Until it's nice and golden brown. It can be 20 minutes, it can be half an hour, it can be 40 minutes, depending on your oven, how hot it is, how hot all your ingredients are. There's a lot of variation there, but we'll just keep an eye on that. We'll come back to that when it's lovely.
Excellent.
Alright, so this is the smaller one we did with Esther's. So this is just a plain sauce and cheese and the veggies. So that's just come out of the oven. So that'll be ready to serve up. We'll just let that sit for a couple of minutes. And the other one, alright. Oh, yes, big fella. Just look at that.
Look good.
Looking good. Alright, we'll just pop that up there for a second. Turn the oven off. Bubbling yumminess. Alright, we'll take this over into the light. And that, as I said, we'll let it sit for a couple of minutes just to calm down because it'll be very, 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 very hot. You're ready to eat. So that's vegetarian lasagna, everyone. It's sensational. Look, the only difference if you're doing a meat lasagna is rather than the roast veggies or the toasted veggies, you have meat in your sauce. That's the only real difference.
But you can still do it with the veggies and have meat in your sauce as well. You can have it all.
You can have whatever you want. Yeah, so enjoy. Alright, thanks guys.
So thanks guys, we're hoping to have this posted up for Community Kitchen Day. We'll see how we go. See ya.
See ya.